Hey everyone, I've been finally putting all the finding clues together of my mom's family, who we've been finding since she was adopted. Now we're finding her real family. Um, finally, my mom's dad's mom's name was Annie Smith, um, but originally was Annie F. Matheny. Trying to figure out where she is, but we finally found where my great grandma, um, was born here in Indiana. Nettie Virginia McDaniel Smith came from Clinton, Indiana. And now we finally found the three brothers and my great grandpa's father, Thomas Granville Smith, took the three kids, Harvey, Walter, and OC, to Colorado back in the early 1900s, leaving with my great-great-grandmother here with Pierre and his two sisters, W.H. Hope Risk and Grace M. Smith Starkey. Now I'm working on towards the relatives out towards Colorado. One of them who died in World War One in November, first week of November of 1918. He died in France because of his wounds he got over there. I tried to look up his history of what was his rank and what part of the military he was in. I want to keep on looking since I have not much info on a lot of things that I can't afford to look up where he came, what part of France, if he's buried over there or not. But now my focus is on trying to find my great grandfather, Thomas Granville Smith, who lived at Ordway. It spells ORDWAY, ORDWAY, Colorado. Trying to look for that history of people who went that way. Harvey, and then my great uncle Walter Smith. He went to Nevada in the mountains, Blue Mountains, I think it was, or something like that, up in there. Trying to find. So far, what we've been finding out, there's no more relatives are left behind to talk to. Most of the time we've been running into, they didn't have any more children after that, or no kids at all, or great grandchildren to be able to talk to and to find. But people around here that we've been asking, and some of the stories we've been finding more information than anybody else who thought the history of the Smith family and stuff, and the people who run the cemetery, they didn't know anything about any other relatives were buried in that cemetery here in Indiana. But everything's going pretty good so far, and because me and my mom went to our library here in Indiana, I went to West Lafayette to find the clue of O.C. Smith, that he was in the war and he died. But yeah, it's the last thing I have to do and try and find them, and still be able to try to find my great grandmother, where she is buried here in Indiana. Once I figure out that, where other relatives are buried or passed away, knowing we can put in our family history book of my mom's real family and stuff. Because she was the last, actually, she is the last of anybody of the Smith family to be known. No other family knows this, but we have the birth adoption papers and showing that she is who she is, of the Smith family of from here around Lafayette area, and find out there were several other people who, not meaning names, but knowing one name who lives in Stockwell, kind of may kind of make us mad that how she kind of bullshit herself through to help my great grandma, my grandma, Grandma Smith, Juanita Smith, and how she treated the other family of the other side who actually owned that house and the property and stuff. But it's too late to did what they did, and it's kind of, she only knew 5 years of her, but she didn't know, actually, we're starting to figure out she really don't know the family's history at all, and she's kind of like mad now there's one person left, and she can't believe it. She didn't believe it, but we're talking to a person, another relative on that side, who knows my grandmother Smith, Juanita Smith. She really cared for her and loved her so much, and so how she told us that it's sad that people like that treat her a certain way, not affecting her. But she didn't tell anybody, the family, much about the history. But we're coming up with all the history and knowing what we know, and it didn't take us that long. It took us about 2.5 weeks, but we're getting all the answers though. So that's about it, and hopefully I'll talk to you later. But tomorrow I'll be going to Iowa, around Waterloo, Iowa. It's where my aunt is, and some relatives with my dad, and then my dad's, they can go up to around Wisconsin, around Rice Lake or something like that, where most of the other family are. Family Union, I think, up there. So I'll talk to you all later. If you ever see me on the street somewhere, just say hi to me or whatever. I don't have much to. If I had millions of dollars, I'd be traveling to Walt Disney World, Orlando, Universal Studios, and going just everywhere and stuff. I love to travel. Since I don't have the money, I wish somebody just paid me and be able to just do something for them and say, hey, sponsor something or be a host for something. I would love that. That would be my favorite thing to do. Just go out and host something for anybody to do and meet people. I love to meet people and stuff. And so it's about it. Hopefully I'll talk to y'all later, and maybe one day I'll see you sometime. And bye now.